There is something extraordinary that is happening in Toronto that is quickly winning over the hearts of Blue Jay fans. Bowden Francis, a bullpen pitcher turned starter who is dominating opposing batters so effectively, it's making him one of the best pitchers in all of baseball. In the month of August, Bowden Francis has an ERA of 1.05, and that leads all starters in Major League Baseball. And it should assuredly win him the AL Pitcher of the Month award. And while there was hope in spring training that Bowden Francis could become an everyday starter in the fifth role, nobody expected him to be this good, let alone going for no-hitters almost every night. It is amazing what we are witnessing Bowden Francis do on the bump, but it would have never happened if Bowden hadn't had made the necessary adjustments to change his pitching style completely. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Blue Jays Today. In this one, we're going to be looking at how Bowden Francis is able to put batters out so effectively and what adjustments he's made and how he's using them in-game. Before we get into it though, I encourage you to hit that like button and smash the subscribe button if you enjoy Blue Jays news and content. Bowden Francis had to make quite a few adjustments in the early part of the season and spring training as he added a few new pitches to his pitch arsenal. Most notably, he added the split finger. And so far this season, that split finger has been dominant with a 156 batting average against and a 156 slugging against. And while this split finger looked to be very effective in theory and had unpredictable movement, it wasn't very effective early on. And the problem was, Bowden Francis wasn't attacking hitters, not only with his split finger, but all of his pitches. Take a look at this 3D chart of one of Bowden's starts earlier this season where he only lasted 3 innings in giving up 5 earned runs to the New York Yankees. You could see that his pitches were all over the place as he was trying to be a bit too fine in missing the strike zone and falling behind in counts. And because he was falling behind, batters were gearing up for middle pitches and doing a lot of damage against Bowden Francis. So of course, Bowden knew he had to make some adjustments, but what exactly were those adjustments? Well, I'll let Bowden tell you.
Rolling with it and believing in my shit and letting it eat.
Meaning that if Bowden Francis throws his shit in the zone, he trusts that it's going to be good enough to get opposing batters out. And man, oh man, has he ever been so good at that lately. In his last 4 starts, he's pitched 29 innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 walks, only 2 earned runs, and recording 32 strikeouts. Now that is just pure dominance, but it's how Bowden Francis is using his pitches to get batters out that we need to really appreciate. Just take a look at his last start against the Boston Red Sox and look at how much more in and around the zone he is against these Red Sox hitters. And what I love is how Bowden Francis's pitches work off each other in sequence to disrupt the timing of these hitters, which is making him so successful. Now I want you to take a look at a couple of at-bats where you can clearly see this pitch sequencing coming into play. Time for a quick shout out to Betway. Betway is the best place to make all of your sports bets on all of your favorite teams. Betway is also in collaboration with iGaming Ontario. Must be 19 years older to participate. And guys, please bet responsibly. Now, back to the content. In this at-bat against Kevin Pillar, Bowden Francis starts him off with an upstairs heater and he swings right through it. Now, if I'm Bowden Francis and I see that type of swing, I need to go right back in that location, up and in with the fastball, and hope I get another swing and a miss, or at least a weak contact. And he does just that, except this time, Kevin Pillar is able to foul it off, making it an 0-2 count. Now, after reading that swing, it looks like Kevin Pillar has adjusted his eyesight, looking up and in for the fastball, so if I'm Bowden Francis, what I need to do next is make him think a fastball's coming and drop an off-speed pitch. And what do you know? That's exactly what he does when he throws his split finger pitch. It's up and in to start and down and in, and he gets the strikeout. Now that's a pretty good example of starting off a batter with the heat and ending with the off speed. However, in this at bat against Tristan Casas, he starts him off with a curveball down low for strike 1. Now that he's got him thinking soft, Bowden Francis goes up and in with the fastball. Granted, it was a miss here. However, it still sets up the rest of this at-bat. Because he has Casas now thinking about the upstairs heater, he drops a splitter down low and gets the swing and miss on him. Now, you definitely don't want to throw the exact same pitch again to Casas as he might recognize it right out of the hand. So what you got to do is let it go outside, out of the zone, maybe get a chase or maybe get a call on the edge of the zone. And that's exactly what he gets there. He gets the called third strike at the edge of the zone, a well-located splitter for strike 3. Now, what Bowden Francis is doing is what every young pitcher should aspire to do at a major league level. You have to understand the art of pitching, disrupting the timing, and again, to quote Bowden Francis, trust your shit and let it eat. But guys, you let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about Bowden Francis? Thank you so much for watching, and as always, guys, go Jays go.